Tell, Cockerel. He's just a true guy. You'll have a true time. Tell, Cockerel. Leave your troubles at the door. You know the game, you know the score. We're here to have fun, so holster that gun and read the writing on the wall. The Predictions League, done every week. It just goes on and 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 on. Why do I always get it wrong? Tell, Cockerel. He's just a chill guy. You'll have a chill time. Tell, Cockerel. Jose gets himself around, always talking Spurs wherever he is found, home or away. He always tips to win, throws the form book in the bin with a cheeky knowing grin. Tell, Cockerel. He's just a chill guy. You'll have a chill time. Tell, Cockerel. The Predictions League, done every week. It just goes on and on and on and on. Why do I always get it wrong? Every time I play along. Tell, Cockerel. The show is so chilled, your time is well filled. If you want good friendly chat, then here's where it's at. Tell, Cockerel. It just goes on and 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 on. Why do I always get it wrong? Tell, Cockerel. The show is so chill, your time is well filled. If you want good friendly chat, then here's where it's at. Tell, Cockerel.
God, that looks tiny. What's going on with the screen? Oh, let me see if I can sort this one out. That's better. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Tell Cockerel Week 10 competition results from the 3 fantastic games that we play. Today is Monday, the 3rd of November. Sorry, Tuesday, the 4th of November even. Today's a Tuesday, the 4th of November. I hope everybody is well, regardless of whereabouts you are in the world, whether it's your morning, your afternoon, or your evenings. I just hope that everyone is well, like I always do. I hope you've all had a great weekend and a good start to the week. The week's really in earnest, and bridge of the week is tomorrow, because tomorrow's already Wednesday. Anyway, this week, what have we got to talk about? We've got to talk about our 3 competitions. Ellie and Nina. Ellie did this yesterday. Said Jose. Bring up my favourite show, No Quibbles. That was done yesterday evening. And then this afternoon I've got Ronnie's here. Says afternoon, Jose. Check. Good afternoon, Ronnie, mate. I hope you are well. Queen Els Bells then says, everybody sing Jose. And then he says, big up to join the great man today. She's too kind with her words. Daz is here. Good afternoon, Daz. I hope you are well, sir, as well. Big up Jose in chat, and I will watch back. Good man. Yes, Shem time. Says, hello, Mr. Bossman. How's everyone in the chat? Hope you're well. Yes, I am well. As I keep saying, I'm going to repeat it. I am well. I hope everybody in the world is well as well. Edem is here. Says, afternoon, Jose. Chat. Good afternoon, Edem. I hope all is well at your end. And good morning to Alan. Says, hi, Jose. In chat. Good morning, Alan. I hope you and the kiddos and the family are well. And then we've got Ryan T. Good afternoon, Ryan. Big up, Jose. How's the weather? And the 11th is my birthday. I'm getting old. The weather is, I'm going to turn around and say, I don't think it's freezing cold out there. Definitely gets darker earlier, doesn't it, Ryan? And it's grey. It's grey out there. But it's what's just be expected. We're in November now, aren't we? Tomorrow's Guy Fawkes night. You know, I remember some Guy Fawkes nights where it's been absolutely sheeting down with rain. I remember other Guy Fawkes nights where it's been like pea soup, where it's been fog, and that's in towns, in cities where it's been foggy. And I also remember clear nights. I don't recall remembering any snow on Guy Fawkes night, but yeah, the weather it is what it is. It's winter time, isn't it? So it is what it is. But I hope you're all well. We haven't got many here today, so you know it'll probably be a quick show. But let's start with how we mean to go on. And the first competition that we look at always is, here he is, Ryan G's here. Says good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, Ryan G. I hope you're well. The first competition we look at always is Predict the Prem. And it's like a precursor when we look at Predict the Prem, but we've got to look at it anyway because people partake in this. Predict the Prem looks like this week, people. Predict the Prem looks like this, people. Look at that. We've had 10 weeks. 10 weeks on Predict the Prem. And I lead the way by 34 points. I've got 34 points lead now. My lead has been extended to Kev Clark, who's second. Vindaloo is dropping down. He's still in third, but his points, I'm massively in front of him on points here now. Shemtam, look, climbed into fourth. Shemtam's in fourth, only by virtue from Vindaloo for goal difference. And Scott Colliver's fifth, always also on the goal difference. And look at my goal difference this week. My goal difference this week is back into the positive 16, and that's because I got a lot of correct predictions this week, again, which scores you points. So it's absolutely superb. And just to let people know, if you can see yourself where you are there, you've got Archers in fifth, Fiona's seventh, Archers in sixth, Fiona's seventh, Jesse is in eighth. Then you've got Ronnie is in ninth. Ryan, you're in 10th. Ronnie, you're in ninth because you're here. Graham's in 11th. Neil's in 12th, Carl Simpson 13th, Rob Belcher, so Rob's in 14th, Chris Peters 15th, Ed M 16th, and then you've got the people that play here, there, and everywhere. You've got Paul G in 17th, Totspurs 18th, Daz Reynolds is 19th, so Totspurs and Daz have missed a week. Darren is 20th, Side Dancer 21st, Patrick O'Donnell 22nd, and in 23rd place you have Quez. But can you call champion too early? I'm not too sure. But what I'm really proud about is of all the Spurs supporters that use this season. Right, of all the Spurs supporters, which there are, I have to keep checking this all the time. Right, 250 sequences down there. So there are 251 active Spurs supporters on Predict the Prem. And out of all of them, yours truly is at the top. Now, it'll highlight people within our league here. So, in all-time Spurs at the moment, I've got myself is on top. Kevin Clark, who's second in our league, is 15th overall amongst all Spurs supporters. Shemtam is 51st because Vindaloo's not a Tottenham supporter, so he doesn't appear on here. So Shemtam is 51st. Scott C is 54th. Archer is 56th. Fiona is 68th. Graham is 145th, Neil's 153rd, Carl's 159th, Rob Belcher's 166th, Chris Peters 175th, Ed M's 198th, Tot Spurs is 208, Darren is 230, Side Dancer 241, and Quez is 250. And this is only for people that declare themselves as Tottenham supporters. So I'm well proud to be top of everyone in the Tottenham space. There was a guy called Franny who was ahead of me, but I've completely bamboozled him. Franny seems to have a minus 100 goal difference already, so he must predict mad games. But yeah, and I'm also ahead. Yeah, there's no one that's got a positive goal difference. It's just me. I'm very happy. I'm going to give myself flowers. I'm going to blow the trumpet. I am top in Predict the Prem, which I'm happy about. Ryan G says I'm miles ahead. You know I'm happy with predictions this week. Why? You've been watching? You're miles ahead. You're living in the future this season, says Ryan G. Birthday for Ellie's on the 28th of this month, and the 11th. I think Ryan said is the 11th. Yeah, he's the 11th. So his birthday's coming up next Tuesday. Ryan G says he's moving up the last. Colin B's here says good afternoon. How's that chat? Good afternoon, Colin. I hope you're well, sir. Siemtam says that's because Forest and Man U got me a bonus, says Siemtam. Goal difference minus 102. Hansley's head in shame. Nah, there's no shame with it all. And Wayne Bonner says, good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're all well and looking forward to the game. Yes, Wayne, we are. I am hosting on We Are Tottenham TV at 6:30. If anyone wants to come over and give us support. Ryan G says, I saw you got 4 out of the first 5 Prem games correct. I certainly did, Ryan. But we haven't got there yet. We will get there soon because the second game that we talk about is Fantasy Football League. And the results this week for the Fantasy Football League, as per usual, I always go and bubble up the people that have moved up the league. So we still have 62 players playing. So he'll started later than everyone else, but he's steadily closing that gap. If he carries on like this, so he'll not be bottom by the end of this season. He keeps closing the gap. But the people that have moved up this week, I'm not sure whether these people actually change their teams around or not. But Smithy scored 36 points and is up into 60th. Jack excel with both of his teams. One scored 46 and one scored 51 this week, putting him into 58th and 57th respectively. Daz has scored 60 points, big points for Daz this week, and he's gone up to 54th. George G has scored 53 points and he's moved up into 53rd. Alan, with his team Rack Venture, scored 78 points this week and has moved up into 47th place. Adam, with St. Ephrem's, scored 94 points. That's big points this week and has pushed him up into 43rd. Destiny, 5, scored 89 points. Big points again. 89 points this week, taken to 37th. Matty Kushner with Thomas Frank Engine, Matty K, scored 61 points. Has taken up to 36th. Darren Watts, with his Sweet and Sour, 63 points this week, has taken him up into 35th. Kate, from Kate and Jimbo, with her Nobles Just Banter, scored 76 points. Big points this week, took her up to 30th. Grant Packham, with That's Proper Minte, my mate Grant, scored 82 points this week, has taken him to 27th. Marlon from Spurs Kings TV, with his Lace FC, scored 70 points this week, took him to 25th. Nathan Petis with a pack of sweets, 69 points, has taken him into 25th. Blake Collins with Saka being already, scored 92 points this week, took him into 23rd, big points. Ryan the Wanderer, our very own Ryan G, 82 points, has taken him into 21st. One of my teams here, frankly shocking for Jose Garcia, 79 points, took him into 19th. Ped, last year's winner, 85 points this week. Big points. That's taking him into 18th. Our very own Archer scored 84 points this week with his glory over greed and taking him to 15th. El Tel Cockerel with Don't Believe the Hype. 81 points this week, taking him to 13th. Rahman Ashkir with Rock Spurs scored 83 points, goes up into 9th this week. Darren Waddy Love with AO Let's Go, 95 points, big points, took him into 7th. Our very own Ryan T scored 80 points this week, and it's taken him up into 5th place. So Ryan's on the move up this week. And Nick Collison with Let's Be Frank scored 91 points this week, has taken him up to 2nd. But Stuart Conway with his Chelmsford Warthogs, 71 points, leads the way. So well done, Stuart. I see some more people popped in here. Cooper says, big up. Oh, pretty sure I had a disastrous week, but forgot to check. Like an idiot, I got rid of Ekatike last week. I was hoping to save enough to buy him Buemo. Ooh. 82, happy with that. Was going to triple Captain Haaland, but bottled it. I didn't triple Captain Haaland either. I was going to do it. Nick's here. Good morning, Nick. Says, hello, everyone. Good morning, Nick. I hope you're well. Ryan G says 666 points. Satan is in the lead. And Ryan G says, I'm coming back, just boring at the top. Yeah, Ryan. Yeah. So this is your time of the show. We're going to get onto the prediction scores now. So this is the time of the week where I'm going to ask you, how many points did you guys score this week? Let me know what you think you scored this week. Some of you always keep account, so you're right. And if you're right, I'll say yes, you are. If you're not right, I will deny. Right, I'm starting with Ronnie. Ronnie says he's got 13. Now, where is it gone? Because I did have this. I'm going to bring it up. Let me see. Ronnie says he scored 13. Ronnie did score 13 points. You did. Ryan G says he scored 9. Ryan G, you did not score 9. Round tape Nick, you did not score 11-2. Shentam says 8. Shentam, you did not score 8. Edem says he think he done all right. He might have scored 13. Edem says he scored 13. Edem, you did score 13 this week. Wayne B says he scored 8 or 9. You can only have one number, but either number you've got there, you didn't score, Wayne. Wayne, I did. You always missed the bonus games, Wayne, and I did send them to you, but you never sent them back to me, so they didn't count this week, I'm afraid. Right, so out of the people that have come up, they're the people that I've said. There's not many more people. And Ryan T says, where's Ryan T? I'm not bothered about how many points. It's just fun. It is fun, Ryan. It is fun. But here we go. Here's the points for the week. Let me get rid of the comments for a second. There's the points for the week. And as Ryan G pointed out, the first 4 games of the weekend, I had all the correct scores. And I was at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium thinking to myself, God, this is good, isn't it? This is good. I've got the first 4 out of 5 whilst I was at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And I even thought I was going to get Forest. When United Forest were 2-1 up, I thought, God, one more go for Forest and I'll be 5 out of 5. But anyway, let's start with Brighton versus Leeds was a 3-0 scoreline. And the correct predictions came in from moi, Edem, and Ian Colliver. All predicted a 3-0 victory. Everyone else there in orange scored a point for predicting a home win. Then we've gone to Burnley versus Arsenal. It was Burnley 0, Arsenal 2. Correct scorelines came in from Jose, Jess, Shemtam, Ryan G, Daz Reynolds, Ellie, James, and Wayne Bonner. All scored 3 points for correct predictions. Everybody else in orange got a point. Then we moved on to Crystal Palace 2, Brentford 0. Third game, and the correct scoreline came in from yours truly, Ryan G, Archer, and anybody else that predicted a home victory scored a point and got an orange for a point. Then we moved on to Fulham 3, Wolves 0, and here yours truly and Scott Colliver correctly predicted the 3-0 scoreline, and everybody that got an orange predicted a home victory of a different score. Then we moved on to Nottingham Forest 2, Manchester United 2, Shemtam, correct prediction. And then apart from that, 3 other people predicted a draw and scored a point for that game. Then we moved on to Tottenham 0, Chelsea 1. I was at that Ballfest, and no one correctly predicted that scoreline, but 4 people correctly predicted a Chelsea victory and all scored a point. Liverpool 2, Aston Villa 0 was the score at Anfield, and nobody correctly predicted it. Nobody correctly predicted it. But Liverpool, anybody that scored orange got a point. Then we've got West Ham versus Newcastle. 2-1 scoreline for West Ham. Only one person correctly predicted it, and only one person scored points in that game, and that was Drula with a 2-1. And then we went to Man City 3, Bournemouth 0. How dare Bournemouth score a goal? Could have given me another 3 points if they didn't score a goal. But Drula correctly predicted the 3-1. So did Ronnie, and so did Nita. Anybody else that's got an orange predicted a home victory. And the last game for the Premiership was played last night. It ended up in a 1-1 draw between Sunderland and Everton. And the correct scoreline in this game came in from Ronnie, Edem, Neil, Colin B, and Ellie. The other 4 people who predicted 2-2 draws all scored a point each. This week we have no greens. We have no greens at all for the bonus games. And the bonus games were between Berwick and Linlithgow. Ended up Berwick 3, Linlithgow 1, which is quite a surprise. The bookies had Linlithgow to win this, but nobody got the correct prediction, but all those in orange scored a point each. And then we went to Haverford West County versus the New Saints. This ended up in a 2-3 game. Nobody correctly predicted the 2-3, but the away victory scored a point for all those in orange. And then the last one was the City Derby. It was Cork City versus Derry City, and it ended up 0-1. Nobody correctly predicted this, but the people that correctly predicted an away victory all scored a point. So it leaves us with the points on the doors this week were Jose scored 16 points and was man of the week. Jess scored 10 points this week. Drula scored 12. Shentam scored 12. Ryan G scored 12, all in double figures. Graham scored 4. Alan scored 4. Ronnie double figures 13. Edem in double figures with 13. Daz Reynolds 9. Kuva 5. Ryan T 2. Archer 10 double figures. Daniel Field, new player last week, scored 4 points. Neil scored 8 points. Colin B scored 5 points. Ellie scored 9. Tot Spurs scored 5. Nick scored 6. Carl scored 8. Nita, double figures 10. Chris Peters, 3. Vindaloo, 9. James, 9. Ian Meth, double figures 10. Scott Colliver, 7. Wayne Bonner, double figures 10. What did that do to the league tables? Well, in the league tables, as you know, anyone in green means you moved up. Anyone in white, you either remained in the same position or you dropped. And anyone that's in gold means that you broke 100 points this week. The league tables are as such. There's the league table for everyone to see. You have Daniel Field, new player, in at 42nd place with 4 points. Ryan T has moved up into 28th with 43 points. Wayne Bonner has moved up into 26th with 71 points. And then we have the Train of Gold. And it possibly is with the Train of Gold, it could be that you've also moved up. But gold means you broke 100 points. So Carl has got to 101. James got to 102. Edem to 107. Shentam has moved up and scored. And moved up and broke the 100. He's on 109. So well done to Shem. Then we've got Nita has gone into 13th with 116 points. Ellie's up into 12th with 116, but is ahead on more correct predictions. Drula, it must be a family thing because she's gone up into 11th with 118 points. And further up the table, you've got Ryan G up into 6th on 125. Ian is up into 5th on 127. Ronnie is up into 4th with 131. And the leader, the top three remain the same, albeit Archer has now caught Vindaloo up and they're on the same points, but just by virtue of more correct predictions, Vindaloo's ahead. And I am in the lead, and I've extended my lead this week to 26 points. The virtue of getting 16 points this week. Vindaloo only scored 9, and I think Archer scored 10. So there you have it, people. Chris Peters is here, says afternoon. Jose in chat, just about to go to the game and meet Adrian Stroker. Have fun, Chris. Have fun. I hope you get a better reception. I hope the fans are there and on board because they certainly weren't on Saturday. It was awful. The stadium was awful on Saturday, so I hope it's different for you tonight. People are talking about who Wall should go for as manager, and I think it's Wayne and Chris Peters are saying to Ryan G that that Robbie Keane would be a good shout. And Wayne says, "Woohoo! Didn't realise I had that many points. Roll on next weekend." Wayne, the next show is at 4 o'clock on Friday, right? If you can make 4 o'clock on Friday, you'll be able to get in your predictions for the Premiership and the 3 bonus games, because I do 3 bonus games when it's prediction week every week. I've set up the shows already coming up that will take us up until International Week. And just to advise people, on International Week, when we do the bonus matches, so we do all the bonus games for International Week, which is the make or break for a lot of people, I will be doing only one show in International Week. It will be one prediction show, and that prediction show will be on Thursday, the 13th of November. And however many fixtures we pick, whether it be 20 or 25, they'll all be done in one show. I'm not splitting it over 2 because I haven't got the time that week. So it will be in one show. So for now, we've got today's is week 10. The predictions for this weekend for week 11 will be on Friday. On Sunday, I'm back with Chang for our usual Sunday show at 11 in the morning. On Monday, it will be the predictions results for week 11, and that will be on Monday at 4 o'clock. And then on Thursday of next week, it will be the predictions for International Week, where we do the bonus games where you can make up points, and that'll be on Thursday at 4 o'clock. And then the following Monday, on the 17th, will be the results show for the international predictions. So there you go, guys. There you have it. I hope that answers everybody. I wish everybody really well. I hope you all enjoy the football tonight. We've got Feast of Football because Europe is back. For those of you at the game, be safe, enjoy it. I hope the fans are on board with you, And as always, until Friday, people, till I see you again, it's always going to be, come on, you Spurs. Thanks, everyone. Take care.
Tell, Cockerell, he's just a true guy. You'll have a true time. Tell, Cockerell, leave your troubles at the door. You know the game, you know the score. We're here to have fun, so holster that gun and read the writing on the wall. The Predictions League, done every week. It just goes on and 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 on. Why do I always get it wrong? Tell, Cockerell, he's just a chill guy. You'll have a chill time. Tell, Cockerell. Jose gets himself around, always talking Spurs wherever he is found, home or away. He always tips to win, throws the form book in the bin with a cheeky knowing grin. Tell, Cockerell, he's just a chill guy. You'll have a chill time. Tell, Cockerell. The Predictions League, done every week. It just goes on and on and on and on. Why do I always get it wrong every time I play along? Tell, Cockerell, the show is so chilled, your time is well filled. If you want good friendly chat, then here's where it's at. Tell, Cockerell. It just goes on and 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 on. Why do I always get it wrong? Tell, Cockerell, the show is so chill, your time is well filled. If you want good friendly chat, then here's where it's at.